Hello guys, Magic here from UChat. So this is the second video, advanced video for the real-time voice AI in UChat. Okay. So here we are going to last video, the basic video. You already know how to set up the AI agent phone call. Okay, what we need. And now in this video, we are going to talk about more advanced stuff. Okay. So first of all, we are going to talk about the AI functions. So this is similar as all the other channels as well. So the AI agent not only understand the role and the persona, not only they understand the business and product information you want them to do, it can also trigger different function calls. Just, to make it easy to understand is it can collect the information you want. It can ask the qualified questions you want to ask. It can pass this data to the other third parties if you want. Okay. So, in this video, I'm going to create basically these three AI functions that just to test it. Okay. So the first one is to get weather, because our agent is to get the weather, right? So we are going to create an AI function that called get weather. Give it a little short description that this is checking the weather based on the location provided by the user. So the agent should ask the locations in the phone call. Okay. And we have a parameters in here. And this parameter is the city we want to collect. And you can give the other AI functions if you want. And then we will trigger a workflow. So this workflow will actually call the external request and get the data and respond back. Okay. So in our test, we make it very simple, and we just have this get weather. We don't have any external request, but this is just to show you. Okay. And we will return the result about that location is sunny and 25 degree. Okay. From our test, we only need to know the AI is replying the weather sunny and 25 degree, because we already know if the AI is saying that, we know, okay, they already go to the function flow, they already get the result and send the result back in the phone call real time. Okay. So that's one of the functions we create. Another function, another two functions are mostly used. Okay. So for example, we have a function, it's called evaluate call termination. Okay. So we just give it, let the ChatGPT generate a description. So it's basically let the AI decide whether it's a good time to hang up the phone call. So sometimes they just say, you already say, thank you. I've got all the information I need. Thank you. And then the AI will know, okay, this is the time that, the phone call should be hung up. Okay. So this is the functions for that, and it trigger a workflow. In this workflow, we simply only have one action. That is, you can find that in AI actions, stop AI agent. Okay. So that is, what we set up. And another function is transfer to human agent, because sometimes in the phone call, right, the AI can only do some of the things, but if the user is urgent or very important, or is something financially or something very important that you want the AI agent to take over, you can have this kind of functions, transfer to human agent, give it a description, and then, you can create a separate workflow that called transfer to agent. And in that, it's also is one simple action is called stop AI agent. Okay. So now we have three AI functions. We already have an AI agent. Now how to connect them together. Okay. So first of all, in the AI agent, you can select these AI functions. Okay. At least for the get weather. Okay. You need to select that functions. You can choose to select those two AI functions, or you can skip them, but I would prefer to skip them. And then in the main flow, let me show you. Okay. In the main flow, what we did is, let me zoom in, and this AI agent, right? We already have all these different of settings. We already cover in the basic values. And here, if if AI agent stopped after AI function called. So you remember these two AI functions, right? Transfer to human agent, evaluate, call, termination. This is all AI functions that we use that one action, stop AI agent. Okay. So once that is triggered, and then I can select this two AI functions, right? And then I can connect them to the different options. Okay. For example, this transfer to human agent. In the question node, we have a transfer. Okay. And then you can just select which phone numbers you want to transfer. This is the text that will play back to the caller. And you can also know if the phone call transfer is failed or success. You can also have the call whisper. So this message will play to the user who are receiving the phone calls so that they can have more context and the background information about the phone call. Okay. So that's all the cool setup we already support. Okay. And this evaluate call termination. So that will be say, okay, it's a good time to hang up the call, and then you can play this. So thank you for your phone call. Goodbye. Something simple as that. Okay. And I have to explain that, we have this continue after 30 seconds of user inactivity. Okay. That means if the user is not saying anything after 30 seconds, you can play them another messages, or you can just, if you doesn't have anything in here, delete this. It will be simply hang up the call. Okay. So the voice channel is like, if you doesn't have any message blocks after that, the phone call will be ended. Okay. So that is, our advanced setup in here. So let me make the phone call now, and we will test we will make two phone calls. Okay. In the first phone call, I will test the AI functions about getting the weather. And then the next, I will talk about how to, I want to transfer to the human agent. I want to see if these AI functions can be triggered properly in the live conversation. Okay. So, let me call the number now. I will put the speaker.
How can I help you today? You can ask about the weather.
Yeah, I want to know the weather.
Can you tell me?
I want to know the weather of Brisbane.
The weather in Brisbane is 25 degrees. Anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I want to talk to a human agent.
We will transfer you to a human agent.
Okay, so I end the call. So I don't know if you hear or not. Maybe it's a small voice, but the first is I say I want to know the Brisbane. Okay, and then the AI functions kick in because it's talking about, okay, the Brisbane weather is 25 degrees sunny. So I know, okay, that AI functions already triggered properly. And then I say I want to talk to the human agent, and then it's playing this message. Now we will transfer your call to a human agent. I end up a call, because if it doesn't end, it will, start calling that number, transfer the call. So, in this case, you will know, all these AI functions work. Okay. And this evaluate call termination is also very easy to test. You just make a phone call, and then you can see thank you. Basically, that is a hint. Okay. If you see that, I already test that. So, and then it will play this thank you for a phone call. Goodbye. It will hang up the phone. Okay. So that AI functions works as well. So that is our first, demo of how to using the AI functions along with the AI agent. Okay. And now let's talk about the second, most important thing is the voice choice. If you listen carefully about the conversation, you can feel like, this AI agent is using the voice from OpenAI. But if you switch to the other nodes, okay, whether it's a send message or it's a question, it's using different voice. Because in this old, question or send message, the voice are provided from Twilio or Google. Okay, those are the voice providers. So it may feel weird, right? So if I'm making a phone call and then, it sounds like this person and then it calls like that person. It's just feel weird. That's why we have, a solutions for that. So you have the options. If you are only using AI agent, it's simple, it's easy, right? You can just use one AI agent. They will come back and forth in the conversation. But if you are using the AI agent along with the other building blocks like send message and the questions, you can have the options to use 11 labs. Okay, 11 labs you can use that same voice in the AI agent and also in the other message nodes. Okay, so first let me show you. Okay, this is my 11 labs account. I will show you how to get the voice ID. Okay, so you can have a lot of voice, and you can see let's see, you can have all these different kind of the voice, right? So let's pick up one of these.
This is the most expressive Indian AI voice you can find here. Let's make some magic, shall we?
Yeah, you can see that, right? And then you can hear there is a voice. First of all, you need to add this voice to my voice. Basically, there is a marketplace for voice. You need to add the voice from marketplace to your voice collections. Okay, add that, and then let's wait it finish, and then you can copy that voice ID. Okay, then you can copy that voice ID. And now let's get back to UChat. There are two places you need to change. Okay, one is this AI agent. The AI agent, if you click in the voice, we have an option using 11 labs. Okay, you select 11 labs and paste your voice ID in here and save. Publish. Okay, so this will make sure that this AI real-time agent is using 11 labs voice. Now, we have another settings in this voice. Okay, and here you need to paste that voice ID here as well. So this will make sure all the send message or the question node is using the 11 lab voice. Okay, save it. And let's go back to the start node. You can see the text to speech language for this flow. You can choose 11 labs. Okay, so those are the three places you need to change. One is the AI agent. You can select the 11 labs voice. And then in the settings, you can select the voice ID. And then in the flow, at the start of the flow, you can change this globally to the 11 labs voice. Okay. So that's a change you can make. After you make this change, you can make another phone call. Let's see if this change can kick in. Let's see. Let's call this number again.
Okay. You can ask about the weather.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear that or not. The voice already changed. It's an Indian woman accent. Okay. And basically every of these kind of the question node, send message node you are using will be used in the same voice ID. Okay. Now, this is already changed. Now you need to understand the limitation, not limitation, the cons. Okay. The pro is you can have the unified, voice across AI agent and our building blocks in the voice channel. The cons is this will add slightly the latency, because how it works is we already get the text from OpenAI. We are not using the voice from OpenAI. We send this text to 11 labs and then they return the audio back. So that will add up the latency. So you will notice for my experience is 2 or 3 seconds. Okay. A little latency, but I think it's acceptable. Okay, that's the voice choice that you have. Now let's talk about the call recordings. Okay, so in UChat, you can go to the settings, and in the voice, you can see there is call recordings. Okay, because you are using Twilio to record the phone calls, right? So it will cost money. So by default, we turn it off. But if you want to do, the quality check, or if you want to transcribe the whole conversations and, create a chat summary, you need to enable the call recordings. Okay. So how you do that is simple, and collect which categories of the phone calls you want to record. Okay. So I will choose all calls, and that can save. So all the inbound calls and outbound calls will be recorded. Okay. And you can find the recordings in content, in tools, in recordings here. Okay. And then you will see how much it cost for that recordings. And also you can play the recordings. Okay. So that's about the recordings. And also we have a trigger, that is when the recording is completed. So you can find that the trigger in here, and let's create a trigger and scroll down. You can see call recording received. Okay. So you can enable this trigger. How you can use this, is because you can see we have, two categories and two fields, right? One is the call ID, is which phone number, and the recording URL. So basically we are storing this URL. We give you a file's URL, and this will be triggered when we have that. Okay. Basically end of the conversation. And what you can do is take this file URL, and I will go to the flow and create, have an example in here, let's say. Okay, yeah, so we already have this. So you can save this audio, right? And then you can use any of the third-party service. For example, you can use 11 Labs. They have a feature speech to text, and you can paste that your file URL, the recording URL, and then you can let the 11 Labs transcribe the whole conversation. Okay, and then you can use the AI to summarize the conversation, and you can let them to read, to evaluate the conversation. So that's something you can do when the call is completed. Okay, so it's give you flexibility. You can use different third-party service to do the same thing. So that's the trigger, right? And yeah, and we have debug audio and the recording as well. So let me explain the difference. So in the AI agent, when you scroll down, you can see there is a debug audio, store debug audio to S3 storage. So first of all, you can turn this on, but you need to have a S3 storage in the integration, because the files is not saving in our storage server. It is designed to store at your own S3 storage. Sometimes it's about the privacy, and we want to make sure it's compliance. Okay, so it's storing in your S3 storage. And another thing, the difference about the debug video is once you turn it on, and in the recent phone calls, you will able, once it's finished, completed, you will receive a playable, that will be an audio playable directly in here. Okay, you can play that. So you need to know two things. First of all, is because that recording is basically, have the user is talking something that is recorded. Okay. And the AI response text is converted into the audio, and they are all connected together. There are two things you need to notice is, first of all, the AI is generating a response, right? That response may be very long, and the user may interrupt the conversation. So basically, the AI response may not complete, and then the user already talking something. But in that debug audio, you cannot see that difference, because we just stitch them together. We doesn't know if that AI response completely played out or not. Okay, that's the first thing. And the second thing is the latency is very long, but in the real conversation, it's very short. Okay, that's just the technical challenges when we are trying to stitch this audio together. So the latency you are listening maybe 7-8 seconds between the user talk, between the AI response, but in reality it's just 2 seconds or something like that. So those two things you needed to understand limitations, and it's not like the actual recordings you can find we just previously talked. So there's two things you need to understand the difference. Now the last part, it's already very long, I will keep it short, is how to trigger this phone call. Okay, so first of all, this can take the inbound phone calls, right? You can build the bot, and then the user, whenever the user make the phone call from their side, it can trigger the bot, the AI automations. Okay, that's the first thing. Second is, in this AI agent, we, like all the other channels, we have inbound webhooks as well. So you can send the data in. So whenever the user submit the form in your website, or they submit the phone numbers and the emails in all the other channels we support, Messenger, Instagram, and then you can send this data to the inbound webhooks. You just connect that with a regular voice channel, and then they will immediately receive a phone call. It will start the conversation. Okay, that's the second way you can do it. And the third way is a trigger notification in phone call. So basically you can find this in every other channels. Okay, so let me show you a quick example here. Let's go to the test. So you can see, if you go to the flow builder in any other channel, okay, go to actions and go to notifications, go to make a phone call, and then select which phone numbers you want to call it from, and select the user's phone number. Usually you will save that into system fields. And here, we have a start node. So basically, if you have different, agent in AI agent, you can just paste that AI agent node. Okay, that node. And then it will trigger directly, using that AI agent to take over. Okay. This reference payload is if you want to provide some extra informations about, what the topic, give it a little background informations, that payload, you have the options to save when the user first engage with the voice bot. So we have separate videos for that. You can search in our YouTube channel. There's relevant videos on that. So basically you can pass extra informations. You can choose to trigger a certain node directly in the voice channel. Okay, so that's all the options you have for the voice, for the advanced usage for the AI. Okay, so that's the video for today, and see you next video. Bye. Take care.